Всем привет, это Влад, это Premonition, дальше. Ох, кто же сломается раньше, я или игра? Вот даже не знаю, но надо пройти. Ага, так, есть. Ой, там что-то какие-то кадры пропустились. Даже не заметил, когда. Мне б не хотелось, чтобы все было как на предыдущем стриме, когда кадры активно пропадали. Эпизод 1, глава 6. Сколько здесь эпизодов, интересно?
Previously during the investigation, these puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenwood. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
На удивление, по логике того, как восполняется голод в игре, можно запросто и питаться. Тяжелые сигареты. Питаться леденцами. Просто их съесть придется. Так, всякого понаоткрывалось. Погнали потихонечку. Камера, пожалуйста. Центрируйся в месте, куда я еду. Открыто. Оп, так. Это карточка, кстати. Денежки. Лили Энгрэм. Пускай будет. С 9 до часу куда-то можно съездить покушать. Что такое? Нет, ну давай зайдем. Че подсматривать-то? Толку. Вламываемся с ноги. И кофеек. Это прям карточка. Идите. Телефон, денежка лежит. Меню закусочной. А тоже карточка. Что не локация, то карточка. Суспект.
Hey, I'm working here. You can't just stroll into a chef's kitchen.
Я сейчас арестую, бро.
Then perhaps you would give me your permission to enter.
No, get the hell out of here.
Zach, everyone has their own sanctuary. Let's leave him in his.
Это нам так намекнули, иди-ка ты в другое место. У меня ордер. Откройте. Так, ну дропов вроде нет. Машина моя... Я ее, по мне, тут оставлял, ну ладно. Не тут и не тут. Поехали в закусочную с 9 до часу, которая... И что это такое? Это Police Department. А почему тут... Ну ладно. Сохраниться можно. Не открывает. Ну тут не то, что прям офис. Особенно густо поисследовали. Охотник. Это шефский, который стол. Привет, Андрей. Ну, работай. То, что тебе мешает.
Hello?
Давай.
So, what exactly do you want to talk to everyone about?
This case goes deeper than you think. The townfolk may have heard about the murder, but they don't understand it. It's a very dangerous situation, and I need to warn them properly. I hope most of them are decent enough to come.
No problem there. Emily has made all the arrangements.
I've told everyone to gather around between 1500 and 1700.
Great. Reminds me of a film I saw recently. A town is under attack by aliens, and so the mayor calls all citizens to the town hall to warn them. However, seeing this, the aliens attack the hall and wipe them all out together.
Is that relevant, Agent York?
The way they kill is fantastic. They used a combination of balloons and meat sauce for exploding heads. Those aliens start firing their death rays and heads start popping, like splat. Really quite something.
Agent York, some of us are trying to eat here.
I know, Emily, I'm one of them. Well, anyway, your cooking is the best, Thomas. Thank you.
No problem.
Жесткие стулья. Какой привереда. Вот, кстати, не знаю, Джордж как бы четкий человек, а это нам не надо. А вот этот Томас мне, честно говоря, почему-то не нравится. Не знаю. Я даже не уверен, как это объяснить толком. Ничего. Так, не то все. Кухня. Шо, гантели?
Zach, we found Arnold. Let's get him back to George. I guess it's a cute name for a dumbbell.
Ладно. Гантели, гантели. Побриться можно. Ой, какой холодильник. Карточка. Даже сэндвича нет, есть карточка с сэндвичем. Классно, да? Карточка с сэндвичем.
A raincoat? Doesn't look like it's been used much, even though it rains here pretty often. What waste of nice fabric, eh, Zach?
Ну, наверное, ничего такого.
No.
Подозрительно. Все, наверное. Все. Никаких экстра диалогов. Ничего. Но где-то что-то должно быть. Но не здесь. Ну, с одной стороны, да. А, вот это вот вся картотека. Остальные модно навороченные шкафы. Вот это вот все нельзя было туда положить. Типа. Ну, в принципе, да. Пошел я. Вниз я пошел. Интересно, время тут идет вообще? Я думаю, что да, идет. Никто тут в тире больше ничего не терял, да? Ты, в принципе, Андрей, ничего не пропустишь. Я тут буду шароебиться пока что. Скорее всего. Прекрасные спальные места. Вот это вот место странное. То, что тут дверь есть в камере. Тебе все равно, да? Я даже не удивлен. Вроде так в основном более-менее все. Час. Нам в 3 надо, да? Туда. Ну, с 3 до 5. Где тут машины? Что можно прорулить? Вот эти 3. Вот эти 2 типа кому-то принадлежат. Томас. Машину нормально выбрать не мог. Цвет хороший. Автомобиль, ну, киевский. Где-то тут в гонке можно было, в принципе, поучаствовать. Так, раз уж делать нечего. Я думаю, что ты получаешь что-то более карточки. Где? Управление тут, конечно, немного наркоманское, но ладно. Блин. Да блин. Тупость. Ну, все равно успею. Я не успею. Или успею. Но проблема в том, что ты, типа, вернуться должен. Да иди тебя. Степ-броем стак. Тут с запасом дали времени. Спасибо. Так, как туда пройти? Лишние деньги. Наживки купим. Кит Ингрэм. Назад. Катается. Ему сюда на машине надо было ехать. Ну, зато мы тут рядом с баром оказались. Но он закрыт. Но тут есть что-то не менее интересное. Хорошо. И зачем сюда ходить? Говоришь. $1. Так, I need a car. Ничего не помогает. А где моя милицейская машина? Неуважение. Я буду жаловаться. Давай посмотрим. Куда-то ушел. Впрочем, и ладно. Ушел и ушел. Нет, что на него? Да, задняя машина дает очень плохо. Давай на карту посмотрим. Карточку соберем. Камера, пожалуйста, вперед.
Zach, picking up from where we left off. Now, Joel Gray's daughter is, of course... That's right, Jennifer Gray.
Что-то не так. Вот не туда. Не все равно. Игра вылетела. Чертям. Что хорошая игра, правда, правда. Как меня это радует. Да. Скажем так, тут достаточно интересный пока что сюжет, который не разгадывается так по щелчку. Но очень плохой геймплей. И где мы будем? Возле бара. Это мы в гонке еще не участвовали, что ли? Или наоборот участвовали? Нет. Нет. Ой, нет. Точно в гонке так и не поучаствовали. Срань. Что за подстава? Сейчас сразу сохраняться, блядь, после гонки. Чем больше сохранений, тем надежнее. Музыка хорошая. Гонка. Машина бессмертная. Разбивай сколько хочешь. Не врезайся в меня, пожалуйста. Можно вот так вот слегка пригазовывать, как бы разгоняясь. Штраф за вандализм. Что-то новое. Вот так вот чуть-чуть можно Привет. В этот раз мы, конечно, значительно лучше закончили. Тут еще гонка, что ли? Или я просто так, ради прикола прошел второй раз, а она сохранилась. Что карточки нету. Да подожди. Давай сохранимся на всякий случай.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We need to be at the community center by 1500 today. Just think of talking in front of all those people. What do you think, Zach? It's going to get fun.
Будем кататься. Куда-нибудь.
Zach, picking up from where we left off. Now, Joel Gray's daughter is, of course... That's right, Jennifer Grey. You knew that, right, Zach?
Jennifer Grey. She's in one of my most favorite movies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. 1986, directed by John Hughes. Huh, that one was so 80s.
Zach, you're not the most cheerful guy I know. But you really do like those cheerful movies.
We used to love those teenage movies back then, didn't we? Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That last one was in 1982, directed by Amy Heckerling. Now that was an impressive film. You've got Sean Penn in the lead, with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Phoebe Cates, not to mention Nicolas Cage and Forrest Whitaker were in it too. And the original book and the script were written by Cameron Crowe. How could that not be a great film?
Do you remember, Zach?
When that movie ended, the last words, the end, was from an arcade game. That's right, it was from Missile Command. That stuck in my head for a while. The memories. I feel like I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Let's just hope we can get to the end of this case soon. Then maybe we can catch up on a few.
Give some thought about what movie you want to see next, Zach.
Разве не здесь была карточка? Нет, не здесь. На соседнем поле. Понимаю. Ясно, где-то можно коллекцию своих карточек посмотреть, чтобы вообще понять, сколько джина розовые губки. Время течет неспешно. Хотя вот, если прям обратить на него внимание, то довольно-таки спешно. Так, спереди телефон, потом дорога в никуда. Спать. Рыба, телефон, никуда. Так, это будет. Майкл Тилс. Ну, давай, кстати. Не хочу игру ругать, но открытый мир в ней говно. Хотя, если честно, очень хочу ругать эту игру за то, как она плоха в геймплее. Ой. Господи, мы в Америке, можно и по встречке поехать. Никому плохо от этого не станет в городе, где никого нет. Я так думаю. Можете меня поправить, если я не прав. Наверное, я все-таки прав. Ну, ступи, полиция. Парень. Зря уступал. Полиция. С радаром не в ладах. Типа вот так вот можно ездить, ну, блин, ты все четверть экрана закрываешь этой картой. И становится вообще ничего не понятно. Конечно, мы-то и... С другой стороны, блин, мы типа едем собирать всех в городе. То есть мы, наверное, если там не катсцены прям тотальные, а будет какой-то геймплей, мы и так сможем
Okay, Zach. I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally, I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. 1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself. The grandfather.
Zach, we'll finish our chat later. Let's take a walk around here.
Нельзя. Ну, закрыто для нас не проблема.
Greenvale Community Center. Now that's an impressive building. The clock tower is impressive too. Zach, I haven't been on stage like this since elementary school. I'm not some tree in the wind this time either. That was a tough role. That was a piece of scenery. Bright red tree.
Thank you all for coming today. Getting right down to business. Agent Morgan from the Federal Bureau of Investigations wishes to speak with you.
Good afternoon. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Some of you are already aware by now of the tragic murder of Anna Graham. Truly a heinous, terrible crime. I've come to this town to solve the murder of this young, beautiful girl, and to bring the one responsible to justice. Unfortunately, incidents like these have a tendency to happen again. I asked to have you gathered here so I can share some advice in order to minimize the risk of further fatal incidents. Firstly, please, stay away from any dark, dangerous, isolated places. Those of you with children, especially of Anna's age, please guide your children away from such places at all costs. Secondly, avoid going out when it is raining. Now, I've heard the folklore story of the raincoat killer. There is a chance that the murderer is mimicking the story. Women should also be especially careful. I would hate to see more victims.
Who's the fashionably late one?
That's Carol, Thomas's sister. She owns a bar.
Thomas's sister.
Excuse me. So, as I have said, avoid going outside when it is raining. Young women should be especially careful. Report anything or anyone suspicious immediately. The murderer will be caught and brought to justice. But you must all remain on guard until we do so. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
When paying for our sins, we must not frown. The loss of Anna was for that debt. When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Sure knows how to steal thunder.
Well then, Zach, let's ask some questions before all these guys leave.
О, клево.
Agent Morgan, here's your chance to get to know some of the townsfolk. Don't let it go to waste.
Тебе нельзя сдать.
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing? I'm still in shock.
Thomas, I forgot to ask. You don't have a tattoo on your back, do you?
Tattoo? Well, I do, actually. But why?
Could you show it to me, please?
What? Now? Here?
Yes, please. This is vital for our investigation.
Okay, if it's gonna help you any.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that...
Did it tell you anything?
It told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
О, нет. Пожалуйста. Игра, не надо. Не надо. Как агент Йорк объясняет, что иногда он достает стволы. Надеюсь, что они настоящие, начинают бегать по помещениям и стрелять. Никак. Он агент ФБР, ему можно. Почему? Почему? Не отвечает. Понимаю. Ладно. Восстанавливаем папку с фиксом. С ним игра работает лучше. Кстати, был на матрице. О. Мне кто-то... Дима, ну, ты знаешь Диму, тоже был на матрице, ему не понравилось. Тебе как? Это матрица хранения. Интересно. Так, стоп. Все хорошо. Норм, на самом деле, если все воспринимать это как фанфик. Нет, матрица жду, что она сможет ответить на интересующие меня вопросы. Это еще поворотники можно включать, но нахер это делать, я понятия не имею. В камере всякие ворота прогрузились, анимация есть. Там буквально и решил,
Zach,
что...
Emily arranged for people to come between 1500.
Спасибо. Так, тут где-то с какой-то стороны можно... В автомобиле есть, можно сохраниться. И лучше сразу сохраниться здесь. Я вот сегодня пытался, но не смог сходить на Человека-паука, потому что пришел, а билеты на 2 дня уже забронированы. Все. То есть на этой неделе вообще никак. Что меня, конечно, несколько огорчает, но... Что ж. Да чё этому оленю так неспокойно? Иди на матрицу. Матрица, возможно, будет не лучшая ситуация, потому что у матрицы 1 показ в день. Человека-паука хотя бы 2. Да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да-да. Так, мы с тобой потом пообщаемся. Конечно, спрыгнуть. Кофе берем.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Ладно, я согласен чуть-чуть подождать. Мне это не нравится очень. Хотя и музыка прекратилась. Не искалеченная, это ж противогаз просто. Что там под маской, мы не знаем. Может, искалеченная, кстати. Какая игра потрясающая. Ладно. Давай попробуем на английском. Хотя я не думаю, что это сильно поможет, потому как... Ну, типа, она и так... Ну, субтитры меняются просто. И интерфейс игра и так на английском вроде. Блин, вот если серьезно, то новая матрица, видно, что сделана теми же людьми. Намного изменилось.
Previously during...
Неплохо. Постановщик тот же. Сценарий от тех же. Это все из-за оленя. Пойдем.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan. The purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain. Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine. But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions. Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
Короче, он что-то определенно знает. Это интересно.
Agent York, your words really made me think about Anna's death again. How could one do such a terrible thing?
Надо будет к этому
I'm
чуваку
still-
в коляске когда-нибудь наведаться еще. Блин. Почему каждый раз надо эту игру чинить? По крайней мере, мы знаем, что русская локализация точно ничего не портит. Так, сейчас, подождите. Хочу что-нибудь почитать. Зависают катсцены. Так, это не совет. Вот пытаюсь. Так, интересный совет возник. Свойства. Йорк задолбал Зака, и он ломает игру. Я не ломаю игру. Пробуем сейчас. Причем 2 раза. Сегодня работает до 22, а что так долго? Или у вас там фураж? Так, игра. Вот теперь она меня пугает. Доп взял. Чтоб потом выходной лишний взять или что? Так, и тут совместимость включим. Да-да-да, знаю. Сейчас все будет. Так, а если так запускать игру, то с какими настройками она будет? С локализацией или без? Загадка пока что. Так, давай вот так вот попробуем.
Previously.
Тут, конечно, блин, загадка ЖК Фреска, чтобы она работала, но и то я не знаю, она поможет или нет. Я играю в окне 720p. И... Кстати, на трансляции, наверное, не сильно заметно, что что-то стало хуже. Точно. Так, вообще, наверное, лучше выйти. Сейчас будет смешно, если все заработает. Так, ну с тобой общаться бессмысленно. Так, давай с тобой.
Agent York?
С тобой все равно придется.
Well, I'm wondering who G is now, but aside from that,
Did it tell you anything?
it told me that you didn't kill Anna.
Of course not. What are you saying?
You ought to see that tattoo, Zach. A big heart with an arrow through it and Love G in the center.
I don't know when he got that done, but we've all been through the 80s.
G.
Quite a performance. Mysterious and very poetic. But I don't think many of your audience appreciated it.
Mr. Francis York Morgan. The purple fog appears with rain, soiling and ruining our town. The evil does not drain.
Find out why the town is soiled. Remove the source from which it boiled. Then and only then your case is solved. But for this to happen, to solve the crime, the proper must do the proper at the proper time. It is not yet mine, that is, Mr. Stewart's time, not mine.
But if you, Mr. York, find the right timing to chat with me, that is, with Mr. Stewart, may that be. Informative and fruitful you will see. So says Mr. Stewart.
So, Harry, you know something. But there's some reason why you can't tell me yet. Is that what you're trying to say?
Cut the poetic rubbish, Harry, and tell us what you know. We can force you to talk, you know.
Mr. Francis York Morgan, pay close attention to the signs, the omens, and the premonitions.
Что я утро в кофе смотрю.
Small they may be, they still are finds, and helpful to your investigations. So says Mr. Stewart.
Thanks for the warning, Harry. But don't worry. Me and Zach, we know what we're doing.
А картинка сильно стала хуже от того, что я переключился на режим
Agent York, are you finished asking questions yet? When you're done, let me know. We'll all get dinner.
Это выход. Тут тоже, в принципе, выход. Вот там кто-то есть.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
So Anna was killed. But why does that bring the FBI here?
I have an interest in murder cases involving young women.
Well, you know, man, this might just be another case to you. But it means the death of a friend to me. I don't want you taking this lightly like it's just another case.
I never take anything of this nature lightly, I assure you. I'm here to apprehend the perpetrator who did this.
Yeah, because local enforcement can't shine their own boots, right?
Good point. You can't always count on the police now, can you? But that doesn't mean you're going to capture the perpetrator yourself. Quint.
How do you know my name?
I memorized the name of every citizen before arriving in town. I also know about you and your significant other.
You mean Becky?
Don't underestimate the FBI. We know and see everything.
I'm sorry if I was a little harsh. I want to help, I do. Okay?
Okay, Zach, I'll tell you how I knew his name. He's got a small Q on his hat. That was the only name beginning with Q that I could think of. He was even kind enough to tell us his girlfriend's name. I can read him like a book, Zach.
Разыграл, да. Второй глиномес.
You're York, right? I'm Richard Dunn, the owner of the Darts Bar, Swery 65. How'd you like the town?
Oh, it's great. Aside from the murder that happened here.
Yep. I mean, murder just doesn't fit with a small town like ours.
Well, Richard, I'll have to correct you on that. Crimes don't care about size. Big town, small town, just isn't a factor.
I guess you're right.
So, how did you know Anna?
I've known her since she was a child. She was the same age as my son. You know, she always stood out, being pretty and all, just like her mother, Sally.
What do you know about Sally?
Well, I went all through school with her right here in town. I never thought our children would be the same age.
I don't see her here today.
Ah, well, see, she lost her husband, and this time it's her daughter. She's at home right now, trying to make peace with it all.
You seem to know a lot. How long have you been in love with her?
Hey, don't go there. That scar of yours tells me you got your hands full too, right? Let's not dive into personal matters. It'll be better for you and me.
You're right, Richard. Collecting gossip won't help with the matter at hand.
Кстати, единственная причина, почему я не начал стрим, не знаю, условно, 12 часов дня, то, что я Ведьмака посмотрел новый сезон. Весь он неплох.
Good evening, Agent.
Ой, из заводного апельсина сбежал.
Good evening, Mr.
Brian, the gravekeeper. Brian.
Mr. Brian. I like the retro look. Auditioning for Little Grave on the Prairie?
Anna. Oh, she was so beautiful. Too soon. Too soon to go to the grave. So sad. So sad.
I totally agree. That's why I'm here, looking for the one who did it. Were you close to her?
Anna, her smile, so warm. Anna, blonde hair, so bright.
There's a graveyard somewhere in town, Zach. I'm not excited about the idea, but maybe we should at least check it out.
Зайдем. Ой, сколько тут.
Yeah! Hey there, FBI. I'm Keith Ingram.
У него карточка вроде есть.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
Okay, York. No problem, man.
So, Keith, I hear you run the Milk Barn convenience store.
That's right, man. Rock and roll!
Do you sell raincoats there by any chance?
Yeah, but nobody ever buys them, though. Anyone who wears one of them, I say, just ain't a rocker. But you know, that scar of yours, now that scar rocks.
This scar rocks? Now that's a new one. I'll drop by your store soon, and let's talk then.
Yeah, cool, man. Rock on, FBI!
You're Isaac and Isaiah's mother?
Yes, I'm Lily.
I'm FBI Special Agent...
Agent York, right?
You are good.
The handsome special agent from the big city. The facial scar trademark. The way you introduce yourself. Everyone's talking about you.
Well, I can't say much about the scar. But the way I introduce myself, Zach and I consider it a kind of ritual of sorts.
Everyone has their own rituals. It's like always leaving the house left foot first. It's one of those things.
You certainly are a funny one.
So, have you noticed anything strange or out of place recently?
Well, Becky's been taking a couple of days off from work, but aside from that, I heard she was in shock after the murder. But...
You think there's something else?
Well, I took the boys along to see her today. She's always so kind to them, and they love seeing her too. But she took in the boys and told me to wait outside. Something about a special secret between just the three of them. I just couldn't understand it.
Now that's interesting. Thank you, Lily.
Perhaps we should give Becky a visit tomorrow, Zach.
Спасибо, бабуля. Бабуля ничего не расскажет.
Oh my pot is getting cold.
Сигурни. Давай с кастрюлей.
Hey, mister, my pot is getting cold.
You are... who?
What are you saying? I'm Sigourney. Sigourney.
Sigourney. Okay. Now, what is the matter? Can you explain?
No time for chatting. I need to hurry. My pot is getting colder. Oh, you're useless.
Zach, we've met all sorts today, but really, she takes the cake. Amazing.
Сигурни. О, какая. Ля.
Hey, good looking. Nice speech.
And you are?
Oh, I'm Gina. I'm married to Jack. He runs the gas station. Call me the Rose.
You look pretty... revealing.
Oh, this old thing. Oh, you should see some of my other clothes.
You? Oh, now you are cool. That scar really is a turn-on. You should come to my station. I'll give you a little extra service.
That would be great. I can't believe how expensive gasoline is nowadays. Some extra service would be great. Now, about my current case. Do you have any information on Anna? Have you seen anything suspicious?
Oh, I don't know. Talk to my hubby about the difficult stuff, okay?
This is getting us nowhere, Zach.
Ну а ты?
I ain't got nothing to tell the cops.
What about the FBI?
Shut up.
At least give me your name.
А если пулю в ягодицу?
I'm Jack. They call me Raging Bull.
That's a manly nickname.
If you want info, it'll cost you.
I only talked to Ben Franklin.
You know, first impressions are important. I can detain you for a few days, and maybe you'll become more fun to meet.
Zach, this is a waste of time. Let's go.
Чё ты... Нормально тебе? Вот так-то. Мне даже денег не жалко.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
Wesley, owner of the gun store called Panda Bear. People around here call me the gunsmith. Was there something you want to ask me?
How do you make a living running a gun store in a place like this? I'd be worried because there can't be that many customers.
Worry gives a small thing a big shadow. I do gunsmith work in my shop, too. If you got the skills, the customers find you. All you need is a network.
I hope so.
Так, 10 минут. А, может и патрульный автомобиль, ясно. Я думал, это флешка. Вавартех опять, господи.
You've got quite a selection here. No wonder people come from all around.
Even today, a customer paid me to go to Seattle for some help. I just got back.
I see. Well, I'll be sure to visit your store sometime. I'd like for you to take a look at my gun.
Understood. Look forward to it. The shop will be open again tomorrow. It's usually open from 2000 to 0600. See you then.
Полезно. В принципе.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Olivia, Nick's wife.
Anna worked at your husband's diner, right? What kind of girl was she?
Well, she was a very hard worker. A nice girl.
Did you ever see her acting strange?
Well, not really. But there was one thing. Well, you see, the diner closes when it rains. Many shops do that around here, as you might have heard. Anyway, Anna always seemed unfocused the day after it rained. And came in late, too. It was almost as if she used up all her energy the day before. Come to think of it, that was really strange. Did that legendary monster really kill her?
It wasn't a monster. Just a criminal. Criminal I'm going to catch and bring to justice.
I'm U.S. Special Agent Francis York Morgan. I presume you are the owner of the diner that Anna worked at?
That's right.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about Anna Graham. Did you notice anything strange about her prior to the incident? Nick, are you hiding something?
No, nothing.
You're sure?
I'm sorry, but I don't like repeating myself.
Он что-то скрывает. Так, тут кто-то есть? О, ветеран. Ну что же, оружие продает?
So you're the FBI agent, are you?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I'm the general. I fought for my country in the Vietnam War.
A real-life war hero. So why are you living here?
Soldier, this is my hometown. After a man returns from war, there's no place to go other than his hometown. Your little speech, you mentioned the raincoat killer.
Was that a problem?
You imbecile. The raincoat killer's no myth, not mere folklore, not a fairy tale. It's based on actual events that happened in this town.
It is. I'm interested. Can you tell me more about this?
You kids today don't even know how to ask for something right. Soldier, if you want to hear more, you come to my office.
He literally exudes raw power, Zach. Despite the credibility issues, we should give him a visit.
One thing, though. Calls himself a general, but isn't that a sergeant's uniform?
Я, честно говоря, в формах не разбираюсь, но... Так, с вами мы уже базарили. О, это нам пригодится отмотать время. И денежки нам тоже пригодятся. Так, ну кругаль мы сделали. Все? Это все жители?
Anna was an airhead.
What do you mean? Are you saying she was killed because she was an airhead? Or are you saying that she was an airhead for being killed?
I'm sure she's still an airhead even in heaven. She changed her hair every day. If she lost a pound, she'd be ecstatic. Gain one, and she'd almost be in tears. She broke many, many plates every day at the diner, and she'd always have a smile on her face. Always having fun. Everyone looked at her and knew she was a cute, adorable, loving airhead. But they would be smiling right along with her. I wouldn't be surprised if the angels smiled with her too.
Isaac and Isaiah said that Anna was a fairy of the forest, a goddess.
Еще раз обойдем. Мне кажется, по-моему, никого не пропустил, но вдруг.
Are you getting closer to catching the murderer?
Hello again, Fiona. Good to see you here.
Well, Dr. Johnson told me to be here. He said it would be important.
Well, that was good advice. He may be young, but he seems like a wise man.
Oh, and he's a very hard-working person, too. Everyone thinks he's some kind of weirdo, but I don't think so at all. People don't understand why he's in the autopsy room all day, but I do. He's doing research to make the world a better place in the future. You know, he already made a fortune in LA with his career.
I did not know that.
You didn't? Oh, the doctor is a very rich man. He has a really big house over by the lake.
Amazing, Zach. He must be loaded. Rich and young. A perfect combination.
But you don't get that feeling from him at all, do you? He doesn't show it. That's one of the things I like best about him.
Well, I could have been fooled if it weren't for you. Thanks for the valuable information, Fiona.
Agent York, you make any progress?
Of course, plenty. Tell me, Usha, when is Anna's funeral?
That's still undecided. Sally isn't really in any condition to do it right now.
Her mother? I don't see her here.
Anna was her sole reason for living after her husband was deceased. Well, she's probably huddled up at home.
And I should probably take some time to pay her a visit.
Well, yes, you should. And I'd appreciate it if you could, too. But don't go too hard on her, okay?
Точно, это обойти тех, кого я знал до. Бабуль.
Mr. Morgan, you're quite an impressive public speaker.
Really? Thank you, Polly.
You reminded me a little of a play I saw when I was younger.
What kind of play?
I'm talking about back when this place was still called the Mercury Theater. When I was young, I used to come here often with my husband. God rest his soul. We'd come on the weekend to see the latest play. He'd always pretend to be uninterested, but I could tell he was excited inside. He was just one of those kind of guys, really, thinking about it now.
Really, Polly? So what's your favorite play?
Oh, well, I like so many. There was one in particular, but I can't recall the name anymore. Oh, it was a very famous one, too.
Something by Shakespeare?
Oh, no, nothing. One more bell that doesn't ring anymore. I've always been forgetful about the plays we used to see anyway. Oh, and my husband would get angry at me for forgetting what we saw. He'd go on for hours retelling what the play was about. His eyes were so sparkling, like a happy young boy.
I see. So, what's your favorite play?
Oh, I almost forgot, Mr. Morgan. We're going to have another guest soon. I have to get back and get things ready. Sorry for having to hurry away. I'll see you back at the hotel.
Zach, I think she could embarrass the toughest of the FBI's interrogators. She successfully avoided answering my question, Zach. Amazing.
Странная бабулька, странная. Тут больше ничего не скажешь. Джим?
Jim, thanks for your help in the forest. How are Isaac and Isaiah?
They're fine.
They really seem to love their grandpa.
Well, I guess they do, son. I want to keep them away from the filth of the material world as much as I can. Their mother agrees, which is why she lets me take care of them so often.
And that's why I want you to solve this case quickly and go home. Those rumors about that scar of yours do more damage than good around here.
I guess I reek of the material world, don't I? I have to in order to do my job. But I understand what you mean.
I'd think the same if I was born in a place like this, Zach.
Agent Morgan, I'd like to let everyone go home now. Let's go outside.
Я почти со всеми пообщался вроде. Обычный червяк. Используйте с удочкой для рыбалки. Конечно. Как только, так сразу. Вообще надо бы.
Well then, Agent York, do you have any plans for this evening?
I was going to head back to the hotel and go over my notes. I need to contact HQ and give a progress report too.
Okay, then let's call it a day here.
Sounds good.
Contact my office when you finish your report. We'll pick you up tomorrow morning. Diane, the owner of the art gallery, should be back soon.
All right then, let's do that.
Hold on, Agent York. We're going out to eat at Nick's Diner. Would you like to come with us?
The diner. That might be nice.
Thomas is a great cook, but Nick is the real deal. No visit to Greenvale is complete without eating at the A&G.
A very appealing proposition. Zach, what do you think? We can always go back to the hotel after eating dinner, or go directly back to the hotel. You decide, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sheriff here for a long time now, and this is the worst murder I've ever seen.
Our town is a little odd in some ways, but it's usually a peaceful place.
We had our fair share of cases, but just the regular stuff. A high school kid shoplifting from the milk barn, maybe? Or some hot-headed kids fighting, fueled on liquor? Nothing more than that.
Agent York, what kind of cases have you dealt with in the past?
Not much different from those you've just mentioned. The case I was on until last month, well, the guy killed 7 girls in a 3-month period. He sawed their heads off from the neck and took them back to his house. He cleaned the skulls up and used them as utensils in his daily life, to eat from or as a urine cup. He hated women. That was his way of dealing with it. He'd fill skulls with ice, cola, and rum, then he'd down it in one gulp. For him, that was a holy ritual. The question of his mental state was the pivotal point in the court case.
Oh, man.
For me, he was insane. 100%. Drinking from the skulls, well, that is one thing, but those he had used to relieve himself, he would then just use them to drink from, too. Yeah, that was too much for me. It's just not sanitary.
Not sanitary. That's probably not the problem for most of us.
What else? Ah, yes. An ingenious law school student raped over 800 victims. that was a nasty one.
Thank you, Agent York. Now, let's talk about something else.
You don't want to hear anymore? That's a shame, isn't it, Zach? I was just about to get to the good part, too.
Sounds like you live in a totally different world. I mean, you're like an elite agent who just jumped out from a movie or something. In your eyes, we must look like we're just playing cops and robbers. I give up. I can't compete with you.
Don't say that, Emily. The cases you have solved are all full-fledged crimes. A crime is a crime. Size doesn't matter. There is no big and small. Crimes always have a criminal and a victim. No victim will ever welcome a crime, no matter what its size. So, fundamentally, there is no difference in size.
Well said, Agent Morgan. We work day and night to preserve peace and order in this town. You understand that, right?
Of course, but still, I don't view shoplifting and Anna's murder as the same level of crime.
Me neither. I never even dreamt that such a thing could ever even happen in this town. I keep on expecting to see Anna here in this diner, waiting on tables.
Excuse us, Agent Morgan. We should have made dinner a more uplifting experience. Let's call it a night.
Okay. Good night, then.
Надеюсь, вы спите не вместе. Потому что если это так, то Джи в его татуировке — это Джордж. Фига себе, какой-то кекс полезный. Закрыто. Так. Куда мы хотим? Я вообще хочу за машину сесть. Какую-нибудь. Или это домой трекер? Ну, тупое решение, на самом деле. С этой картой. Кто нам вообще предлагает поехать? Ну в отель, в принципе-то. Что нам для этого надо? Налево, короче.
Zach, picking up from where we left off, now Joel Gray's daughter is, of course, that's right, Jennifer Grey. You knew that, right, Zach? Jennifer Grey. She's in one of my most favorite movies, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986, directed by John Hughes. Huh, that one was so 80s. Zach, you're not the most cheerful guy I know, but you really do like those cheerful movies. We used to love those teenage movies back then, didn't we? Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, St. Elmo's Fire, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. That last one was in 1982, directed by Amy Heckerling. Now that was an impressive film. You've got Sean Penn in the lead, with Jennifer Jason Leigh and Phoebe Cates, not to mention Nicolas Cage and Forrest Whitaker were in it too. And the original book and the script were written by Cameron Crowe. How could that not be a great film? Do you remember, Zach? When that movie ended, the last words, the end, was from an arcade game. That's right, it was from Missile Command. That stuck in my head for a while. The memories. I feel like I have a lot of movies to catch up on. Let's just hope we can get to the end of this case soon. Then maybe we can catch up on a few. Give some thought about what movie you want to see next, Zach.
Печатная машинка.
Okay then, Zach. Let's go back over our progress. First, the victim, Anna's death. She was found hanging from a tree in the forest. She was cut open with a knife from her chest down to her stomach. That was the direct cause of death. The strangulation marks and skull fracture were caused after death. Her tongue was also bit off, and I found something inside her mouth. Do you remember what that was, Zach? That's right. We found the same red seed in her mouth. According to Emily, it was raining when Anna was killed, but traces of tears were still evident on her face. Which means the perpetrator killed Anna under a roof in the lumber mill, and then carried her body into the woods after it stopped raining. We found numerous important pieces of evidence at the site of the crime. A total of 4 things. Knee prints in the grass, a wood chip with metal dust, a photo of a man with a tattoo on his back, and one other thing. Do you remember what that was, Zach? That's right, a broken stiletto heel. Aligning this with the other evidence suggests that 2 people came into contact with Anna's body prior to it being discovered by us. Those being the perpetrator who killed Anna and Miss Stiletto Heel. There is also the possibility that a third party carried Anna to the woods. That means we could be dealing with 3 people. 2 or 3 people. In any case, Miss Stiletto Heel may have vital information. We need to find her next. We didn't use forensic methods, but we're still closing in on the criminal. Have I forgotten anything? Ah, of course. The marks on her hand tell us that Anna was gripping something when she died. Do you remember that, Zach? What do you think she was holding on to?
Not круглый.
That's right. A round object. The marks on her hand suggest a peace mark. The man in the photo found in the woods had a tattoo of an upside-down peace mark on his back. These 2 could well be related. But we don't know for sure. Next, the town folk. A few are worthy of special attention. Carol McLean, the singer and bar owner,
She's Thomas's sister. Then there's Nick Cormack, the owner of the diner. Both of them seem to be hiding something. There's Diane, the owner of the art gallery, who's out of town. Then we have problematic, old, rich, and eccentric Harry. Both will be tough to crack. Well, we just have to go one by one. I've been thinking, one of the biggest rewards here is the fantastic food. Enjoying food is cultural, and yet it's also a bit uncivilized. It's interesting how good food motivates me to work harder during investigations.
Oh, and on Emily's back, it was strange to me. Hey, don't take that the wrong way, Zach. I wasn't getting all excited or anything. But it did make me feel strange, nostalgic, and sad almost.
It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Ellie! Lunchtime, Ellie!
I'll eat later.
You'll eat right now, young lady. You need to listen to your mother.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Eat your lunch, then take a nap. Then I'll tell you the rest.
But I want to hear it now.
There's no need to rush things. You must live your life at the pace that is right for you.
Honey! Are you coming?
Походу эпизод закончился, типа того. Глава с подведением итогов. Легендарный червяк с клешнями. Говядина вагю. Окей. Интересно.
Are you thirsty?
You must be very thirsty.
You only take milk with your coffee?
Coffee with milk, that's all.
Who are you?
My name is Becky.
What are you doing here?
My name is Becky.
Anna's friend?
My name is Becky.
After your throat is quenched, You must do what you must do.
Take a sip of coffee and go.
Huh?
Подозрительно. Чё? Леденцы. Печенька. Приходы у Йорка забавные. Какие-то спойлеры ловят. Флешбеки.
That's me. That's me when it happened.
Zach, this case looks like it's directly related to us. I do not know how yet, but I do know I need some coffee.
George said he'd have someone pick us up in the parking lot. Let's get some breakfast with Polly first.
Так, ну, самое время поменять костюмчик. Чертовски грязный. Сохранить, естественно. Так, а ванна у нас есть, да? Это кухня. Не, по-моему, ванна. Тут побриться можем, да. Неплохо, неплохо.
Whoa there!
Did you need something?
No, I was just passing by. I didn't think anybody else was here other than Polly.
Yeep.
The door opening like that it surprised me, that's all. I'm
Yeep.
Kaysen, Forrest Kaysen. Nice to meet you. I travel a whole lot, you see, selling tree saplings. Just the usual salesman doing the usual road trip. Sometimes I feel, I don't know, like a jolly old bumblebee spreading pollen.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
I get it. You're the special agent Scarface that everyone's yakking about. Nice to meet you, Francis.
Special Agent Scarface? I'd need a bigger scar to live up to that name. Call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
What? You got it. York.
Is this your first visit here, then?
No, sir. Actually, I've been coming here once or twice a year for, a while now. I don't get much business here, but it sure does make a fine vacation. I mean, it's a gorgeous hotel at a bargain price. It's so relaxing in these parts, too. Oh, I just love all the nature. I feel so relaxed here. Say hi to Willie. Oh, don't worry, he's a good boy. Do you like dogs?
Hey, Willie. How are you doing?
He's pretty smart, too. Oops, before I forget, let me give you this. It's just a sample of what I sell.
Thank you. How kind of you.
So, what brings the old FBI out here? Sounds like more than just a vacation.
A murder, actually. The perpetrator is still out there. Try to stay indoors at night and during the rain. We want to prevent it from happening again, okay?
Oh, it's a darn shame. Places like this used to be the safest in America.
Could I ask you something? Do you know a lot about seeds?
Seeds? Gardening, huh? You don't look like a green thumb, but let me tell you though, I'm pretty much the only one who can make those saplings sprout. There's a trick to it that can't really be passed on, you know? It's like, the secret of making a good smoked ham, something like that. But you know, once they sprout, you don't need to do much. You can leave it be and, why, it'll turn into a big tree no matter what happens. Kind of like those stocks that politicians buy that just keep growing and growing. Well, you just wait and see. This town is gonna love them. Right. We were just about to go take a morning stroll, so I'll get going. Good luck now with that case.
Thanks.
Zach, do you remember what the coffee said? Forrest Kaysen. F.K.
This show has just begun.
Интересная информация.
Oh, hi.
What's wrong, Polly? You look a little tired.
I'm fine. Well, it's just that I was cleaning up my room, and so many memories came flooding back to me.
Memories?
Oh, my dear, Mr. Morgan, that's not the kind of question you should ask a lady.
Что у нас тут вообще есть? 50 дел. Бекки. Диана. Вудман. Глава 2, 4, 6, 9, 11. Что? В смысле? Пройти можно только? Ну ладно. А это что? Глава 8, 9, 11, 12. Окей.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Костюм за 1000 баксов. Потратимся, ладно. Не, пока...
Hey, York! Hey, York!
Где там мой кофе?
Breakfast looks as good as yesterday's.
I hope you enjoy it.
I will, and thank you. I just met Kaysen, actually.
Ah, good old Mr. Kaysen. Did he give you a sapling?
As a matter of fact, he did. Don't tell me he gives one to everyone he meets.
No, only to the people he feels comfortable with. He told me. He must feel really comfortable with me.
He must. Is there anyone he hasn't given a sapling to?
Mustard? Okay, I'll just get it from the kitchen then.
No, mustard has nothing to do with it. I was wondering if you know of anyone that Kaysen didn't give a sapling to.
Oh, too much pepper. I did think it might be. I'm sorry.
Ah, Zach, I forgot. We'll never get anything out of her, will we? Forrest Kaysen. He's hiding something. You think so too, right, Zach?
But no need to rush. All secrets are hidden until they are inevitably divulged. The powers of entropy. The world exposes everything and causes chaos. Just like this coffee.
А чё сейчас? А, ясно. Не надо такого. Веб-квестами, конечно, надо заняться, но не знаю, мне пока интересно, что там в основной сюжетке. Она прям очень интригующая.
Good morning, Agent Morgan. Did you sleep well?
Morning, George. Dreamland was quite nice.
You do look well rested. Oh, I was up practically all night doing paperwork. Thomas helped me out, so I was able to go home and get some sleep, but not enough.
Diane got back into town late last night. We should give her a visit.
Which means going to the art gallery, correct?
She lives and works in the office there, so it's the only place to find her. The gallery is open from 10 to 1700.
Time for some art appreciation. A cultural activity in such a small countryside town. Amazing, Zach.
The gallery is called Muses Gallery. The Muses were the 9 daughters of the goddess of memory in Greek mythology.
Ah, it's just like Diane to name it that way.
Is she that intelligent a woman?
Oh, maybe. You'll see for yourself soon enough.
Did you see how Emily reacted, Zach? I sense that this Diane is not popular among other women. I can't wait to meet her.
The gallery is on the north side of town. Take the road along the lake and go north.
Погнали. Только вообще надо взглянуть на... Карта есть где-то. Кейсен тут тоже типа живет. Больница. Тут гоночка. Так. Если поехать в обратную сторону. Бэки. Ага. Едем мы, короче, в обратку. И довольно-таки далеко.
An art gallery in such a small town. Am I prejudiced to think that it doesn't seem to fit?
Greenvale and every small town has every right to enjoy art.
That's right. Small towns tend to be full of highly cultured people. Although I can't say I've ever been to the gallery myself.
George, what about you? Are you into art?
Actually, yes. I like going to the gallery.
Looks more like an old mansion than an art gallery.
Diane liked the building so much she turned it into an art gallery.
She left the exterior untouched and had the insides redone.
So she's rich.
She bought this place, didn't she? Does that answer your question?
Indeed it does. Well, George, Emily, I want to talk with Diane alone. Will you wait here for me?
Don't tell me you still don't trust us.
No, that's not it. But this is very important to me. I always make sure that I meet with the important ones, one-on-one. Otherwise, it's difficult to sense the subtle reactions of the suspect. This is just how I do things, and I'd appreciate your understanding.
But go on then. You're not going to listen to us anyway, are you?
You're starting to understand me, George. Well then, Zach, let's go and meet Lady Diane.
Hello? Hello?
No reply. Let's take a look around then, Zach.
Oh.
Hello, Olivia. Do you like art?
Yes. Yes, I do. Well, I mean, I like trees.
Trees. Okay. Ah, but I see because these are all tree paintings. Do you come here often then?
Well, no. Just sometimes. I'm sorry, I really need to get back to the diner.
Zach, she was lying about something. She said trees, not paintings of trees. She doesn't need to come here to see trees. There's tons of trees outside.
Call this a painting? A bit primitive with poor composition. Hardly the work of a master. But strangely, though, it powerfully exudes a soft, warm feeling. On the back it says, Guardian of the Art Gallery, in fresh strokes. So someone added that recently. Guardian of the Art Gallery. Wouldn't that be Diane? And why is this painting here?
Самое то место для копченого лосося. Короче, интернета у меня не было. Тут и заминка была. Чуть-чуть подпропал. Но это не страшно, я думаю. Планировка галереи странная. Ну, как бы ладно. А-а-а.
Zach, something is still missing. We need more clues.
Так, ну вроде как не тяжело, да? Понять, что... Дерево на закате, красные листья, танец красных бабочек. Как тут на картинах что-то вообще понимать? Тупые загадки в стиле Resident Evil пошли. Они реально тупые, просто они неинтересные совершенно. Легче, правда, как-то не становится. Ой, сейчас будем час искать. ответ к этой, наверное, довольно-таки банальной логической задачке. Что ж тут поделать? Вот теперь мне кажется, что надо сохраниться. Никогда, или если здесь будут ходить демоны, то будет проще. А? Так, погоди, 4. Красные листья 4. Возвращаемся к... Дерево на закате. Короче, вторая 4. Хорошо. Так, давай-ка выйдем. На картине 6 деревьев в лучах заходящего солнца. 4, 6. Точнее, 6, 4. Шесть, 4. 6, 4, 6, 4. Главное не забыть. Нет, тут не написано количество. Ну, типа, можно 10 раз попытаться подобрать. Клево. Как-то я угадал.
Like I said, there's no point in you having this. I can put it to far better use. I'm taking it with me, okay?
That's fine by me then, as you wish. The FBI agent, right? Just wait a moment, please. I'll be right with you.
So there's no way you could have been at the scene of the crime.
That's right. I was drinking at the bar with Nick until early morning. I'm sure if you ask him about it, he'll say the same.
Very well. I'll be sure to do that. One other thing. That argument with Carol just now.
She's always like that. She thinks of me as an enemy, always bickering at what I say.
Is there any reason for that?
Perhaps because someone she liked ended up with me in my bed?
That would explain it, yes. If I may be so bold, who was the lucky man?
Oh, I sleep with anyone I wish. Anyone I prefer to sleep with. I guess she had her eye on one of them, but I don't know who it was exactly. I could sleep with you, if you like.
I'm flattered by your offer,
Не надо.
but I don't think that would be appropriate. You're exactly the kind of woman a man in my job should never get involved with.
Isn't that a shame, darling?
I'll be frank. Right now, you are not a suspect. But both Zach and I are certainly feeling shaky about you.
If you want to remain in the clear, just watch yourself from now on.
Oh, you don't know, do you? Artists and art lovers, we love a good thrill.
Thank you for your help. I have nothing further to ask you at the moment. Goodbye.
Насчет доп-миссий, мне почему-то кажется, что, наверное, лучше просто сюжетку зарашить, а потом, может, какую-нибудь 20 или около того миссии сделать, потому что они там как-то делаются в свое время, а я не знаю, как возвращаться в предыдущие главы или типа того. Поэтому... Мне Дима говорил, вроде бы, что после прохождения игры можно будет скакать между... Игра вылетела. Потрясающе, правда? Такой вот сидишь, никого не трогаешь, игра загружается и не загружается. Блин. Почему? Сейчас вернемся. Когда-нибудь наступит стрим, когда игра не будет вести себя вот так вот. Конечно, блин, вообще с ее техническим состоянием я бы, наверное, просто сюжетку прошел и все. Но нет, я, пожалуй, все-таки для полноты ощущений 20 квестов пройду дополнительных заданий. Что за прикол? Сейчас. Full screen. Ладно, фиг с ним. Поиграем в окошке. Ничего страшного, я думаю. Главное, чтобы картинка на стриме была более-менее ничего. Играю как бы 720p. Хотя вот можно. И сейчас можно. Но мы просто будем играть дальше.
Previously during the investigation.
F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on him. Never fails.
Ah, the perpetrator. Bit off Anna's tongue.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
When purple fog covers our town, we'll all wander in hell, I fret. So says Mr. Stewart.
Oh, well, there's an old story, folklore. It's a fairy tale to me. Something about a killer in a raincoat who appears on rainy nights.
She had a red dress on. She was a goddess.
It's starting to rain. I think this case may take a while.
Неплохо стилизовано. Мне нравится. Так игра хотя бы чуть постабильнее играется. Я надеюсь, QTE будут работать правильно. Всего лишь надо танцы с бубном сделать. Вылетай, пожалуйста. Вылетаешь. Нет. Нет. Так, убираем совместимость. Конечно, скажем, забавно. Надеюсь, игра будет загружаться. Я просто не верю, что это из-за локализации все сломано.
Previously during the investigation.
Понятно. Отличные ролики, с которых из ушей кровь идет. Нет, вылетает. Пожалуйста.
Previously.
Давай, загрузись, пожалуйста, загрузись. Что там дальше, я хочу знать. Давай. Давай, подгружай. выгружает то, что надо подгрузить. Нет. М. Как-то все очень плохо. Давай выберем главу. Видите, что прям перезапускаться.
Previously,
Настолько далеко. А. Блин. Гейп, да. В курсах. И всю главу перепроходить из-за...
Forest.
Hey, York.
Бабуля.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Эх. На 3000 ярдов.
An art
хотите.
gallery in such a small town. Am I prejudiced to think that it doesn't seem to fit?
Greenvale and every small town has every right to enjoy art.
That's right. Small towns tend to be full of highly cultured people. Although I can't say I've ever been to the gallery myself.
George, what about you? Are you into art?
Actually, yes. I like going to the gallery. It's very relaxing there.
Really, George? I never knew that about you for all this time.
Emily, please. I'm just as cultured as everyone else.
Some people just have sides to them that you'd never expect. By the way, about
Сейчас
Diane
почему-то машин
at the
нет,
gallery.
погоди.
Is she the type that isn't very appreciated by other women?
What do you mean?
Exactly what it sounds like, Emily. Is she very attractive, especially to the opposite sex?
So you're asking if she's sexy, right?
Well, she does always wear high heels.
And definitely, it's, hard to explain.
But that doesn't make me biased, okay? She just seems to look down on people. She always has. I just don't like people like that.
That must be because sex appeal has no effect on you.
Now that's out of line.
I'm sorry, Emily. I didn't mean to poke fun at you. You just reacted so strongly to Diane's name.
I did not. It's like you're suggesting I'm the total opposite of her. Is that it?
Oh, Emily.
Zach, we're here.
Да.
No reply.
Так, стоп, а где там это было? Уличка-то. Не, ну это понятно-то. Так. Давай. Скрестим пальцы на то, что дальше она загрузится. И не вылетит. Ну а дальше?
Previously during...
Только не говорите мне, блин. Нет, это ж фигня. Почему? Какая-то 9 глава. Чаптер 9 краш. Есть. Спасибо. Есть прям целая. Так. Свойства, совместимость с Windows 98. Применить. Пробуем. Просто потрясающая игра. Выше всяких похвал. Вылетает, лагает, зависает. Ужас. За что? Еще и при перезапуске надо кучу всяких заставок посмотреть.
Previously during...
Поможет ли? Похоже, что нет. Не помогло. Так, предлагаю скачать прохождение. Так, сейв. Есть какие-нибудь схемы? Так, что пишут? No fix to this? Занимательно, но рекомендуют перезапустить компьютер. Это, конечно... Это какая-то распространенная проблема, так что... Еще рекомендуют Совместимость. Windows XP пакет 2. Давай. Ну, как-то будет совсем обидно, если игра прям все умерла в этом месте. Можно будет, конечно, типа скачать сейв после, но мы не узнаем, что было в катсцене. И вообще это будет другое прохождение с другим опытом, другими предметами. И наш там десяток часов пятится в тыкву. Меня это совершенно не устраивает.
Previous.
Типа загрузка идет. Нет, крашит. И все. Так, не думаю. А придется файл менять. Как же это чертовски тупо. Дата. Заменить в папке назначения. Да, вот так вот, ребята. Мы не увидим этой катсцены никогда. Просто загрузим чужие сохранения. Это, конечно, очень печально. Игра такая потрясающая. Чё-то я разочарован.
Previously during the investigation.
Настройки поменять звука.
Emily, do you know a man named Forrest Kaysen?
Kaysen? Yes, I know him. The sapling salesman, right? He always uses strange comparisons when he talks.
I'd like to know more about him. What does he do when he comes to town?
He's a salesman, so I guess he sells things? Maybe he comes on vacation. We haven't seen many tourists recently, but he comes pretty often.
Is that all?
Well, now that you mention it, he seems quite friendly with the Ingrams, with Isaac and Isaiah. Maybe you should ask them about Kaysen.
Okay, I will.
Чего? Короче. Остановлюсь-ка я на сегодня. Надо починить. Все очень плохо. Ладно. Спасибо всем, кто терпел этот пиздец. Всем спасибо. Всем пока и до скорых встреч. Надеюсь, в совершенно хорошо работающей игре.